Hey, and welcome to the Jessica Paul podcast. I'm your host, Jess Paul, actress, manifestation expert, and mindset coach. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets on confidence, success, and the magic of manifestation. If you're ready to dive in deep and see more success in your career, more money in your bank account, and more love in your life with a whole new level of freedom, then you're in the right place. I'm letting loose on everything you need to take back control of your life, up-level your mindset, and tap into your manifestation powers. I'm so excited that you're here. Hey, you gorgeous souls, and welcome to the first episode of 2023. Welcome, those of you that are just joining us. Welcome to the JP podcast. If you're new, welcome. If you are an OG listener of mine, I love you endlessly. And this is the first episode of 2023, so obviously we want to go in with a bang. We want to go in with a bang every week because that's the type of energy we bring as a community. But I hope that you guys had a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year. I hope you guys rested if you needed to rest, or did the thing if your body was telling you to do the thing. Remember, I just believe that you don't have to conform to whatever society is doing. If you're feeling sped up in those holiday periods, do the thing, take the action, do what you need to do. If not, if you need to rest, if you need to recuperate, listen to your body, So, but we're in this fresh new year, and even though I don't really believe in new year, new me, there is an element of freshness that comes with this New Year space in general, like in society. So we want to roll with that. We want to move with that. And I actually have a brand new masterclass that's coming out, which I will talk to you guys about in a second. But in today's episode, we're going in on something that I journaled out on recently because it was something that I've been thinking about as I was goal setting, as I was moving into the new year and thinking about what my main vision was for the year and what my goals were. And it just got me thinking that actually you can never have everything you ever want and you can never get it done. And that actually helps. When manifesting, it actually helps us release resistance. So I want to talk about basically what I was journaling out on, how actually knowing that we'll never get everything we want in life, even though it sounds weird to say, knowing that we never will actually helps us release resistance from our goals, and it helps us enjoy the creation process, which is what we're put on this earth to do. So I want to dive into that topic today. But first of all, let's get into my sponsor for this week. So I have a brand new masterclass coming out called Entering the Villain Era. I am so excited to share this masterclass, guys. So it was something that I found on TikTok when I was scrolling through TikTok, as we do. And I came across this concept of the villain era, and essentially to me this just really feels like it's an upgraded, classier version of a bad bitch. It's the new bad bitch, right? This character of a villain that we play. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, what, villains aren't nice, why would we want to enter into an era of not being nice? But that is not what it's about at all. And actually throughout the masterclass I'm going to be explaining what the villain actually is and how when you utilize this character everything changes. So essentially, this masterclass is about upgrading your character and your career for 2023 so that you're actually manifesting the things that you want, the up levels that you want to be seeing in your career and your business and your life in general. Basically, stepping into this version of you that gets what she wants, that first of all knows what she wants, that gets what she wants, that is very, very fucking self-assured, that knows that everything she's ever wanted is coming to her, and making it happen, actually getting ruthless with your success and the goals that you're setting and the pursuit to this vision that you have in life, because sometimes we need to be a little bit ruthless if we really want to make this shit happen. So this is what this masterclass is all about: upgrading your character, upgrading your career, how to manifest within your career and your business and make stuff happen once and for all with this new level of confidence and this new level of excellence. So if you are needing this 2023 boost in your energy, in your character, in your career, then this is the masterclass for you. It's a 90-minute masterclass with a private Q&A with me at the end of it. And this is taught live, but you also get the full recording for life, lifetime access to that as well. So if you're interested in this, if you want to come along, this is on the 23rd of January at 8 p.m. GMT time. The link will be in my show notes. This is only £44, guys. The price will be going up on the resale. So if you want to get in on that price, then click the link in my show notes now and go ahead and get yourself a ticket for this masterclass. I'm so excited to bring it to you. I'm so excited to bring this energy into 2023 because I just know, as always, this is going to be our best freaking year yet. So, quick life update before we jump into today's episode. I manifested something that I literally wrote down this time last year that I wanted for my podcast, because one of my main visions for the year, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit in today's episode, because I have visionary ideas for my life in general, like my literal life. And then I have goals that I set out to do. And these are the action steps. These are what I'd call the baby steps in between the quantum leaps that we have in life. But I have visionary ideas for my life. And one of them is that I really want my podcast to blow up and go far, because I love talking. Well, I love talking about this and I love talking to you guys, and it lights me the fuck up when I get to share my own experiences of healing and manifestation and, becoming this next level version of you and creating all the things that you want in your life. It lights me up to do that. So anyway, for me, my podcast is a visionary thing. I know it's already blown up from when it started, and so many of you download and so many of you are subscribed, and I want it to just grow and grow and grow. And one of my aims was that I want to get more high level guests on my podcast. I have had some amazing guests on my podcast already, and they have shared so much wisdom, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed already. But one of the things that I want to do for 2023 is just get more and more high level guests, high class guests on to talk, to share their expertise. And I have got an amazing lineup. But one of the things I wrote down was that I wanted to get someone famous on the podcast, right? And fame is a subjective thing. You're gonna have semi-famous people, you can have A-list celebrities, whatever. I class myself as famous, guys. This is part of the mindset of being that bad bitch. This is part of the mindset of being that villain. I already class myself as famous anyway, but I wanted someone famous on the podcast. So and I actually manifested someone semi-famous within the self-development space. Some of you guys might know who this person is. Some of you might not know who this person is, but they are pretty freaking huge. They do actually run the number one self-development podcast in the US. So they're a huge practitioner, and they are coming on my podcast. And guys, I was so freaking bullshit. I just went onto Instagram, and I actually originally tagged one of my friends because I thought that she would do well collaborating with this guy. And I was like, oh, you should collaborate. And then he replied to my comment. And so I was like, oh my God, this guy's actually responded to me. So I replied back being like, also, I'm obsessed with the idea of having you on my podcast. And he just, again, responded back almost immediately being like, yeah, cool, I'm in. Message my team. And I was like, what just happened? And this is the thing, guys. If I hadn't have messaged, and if I hadn't have been bullshit and just put myself out there with the possibility of being completely ignored, which could have happened, if I hadn't have been that confident in myself in that moment just to go for it, I would never have got what I wanted, and I would never have got this guy on, and it could have gone the other way. It could have just been ignored. But at the end of the day, if you don't freaking put yourself out there, then you can never get what you want. So I literally wrote this down, guys, this time last year, and it's already manifested. And that's how you know as well, when you can really look back at what you've powerfully called in, you know that you're just going to call in more and more and more. And now I know to aim even higher. What's higher than a celeb? I don't know, but we're going to go there. But anyway, guys, get yourself subscribed, because there are some amazing episodes coming your way in 2023. So how can we start to release resistance on our goals, especially for 2023, because we've just moved into this new year? But how can we start to release this resistance around, kind of wanting it, getting frustrated that we don't have it yet, getting frustrated that it's not manifested for us yet, because this is one of the main traps that we fall into, guys, is just this knowing that we want something and knowing that we don't have it, and just being in that like tug of war place consistently, because we're just like, well, you know, I'm doing everything I can, but it's still not here yet, you know. And I was just thinking about this because when I was writing down my goals and my vision for the year, I was like, you know what, like, I have achieved a lot, but then there's more that I want. So actually, at the end of the day, I can never actually have everything that I ever want in life, because as soon as I get something, as soon as I achieve something, as soon as something manifests for me, I want more. And this is perfectly normal and natural, guys. What you guys need to know is that we live in an ever-expanding universe. So when we achieve a goal, when we set out to do something and that goal is achieved, then we are naturally going to ask for the next best thing, for the next up level, for the next bit of growth in our life, you know? However big or small that might be. Just as an example, you know, like when I manifested my first TV job, that was something that I had been like really aiming for as an actor, because I've like come through stage and theatre, and I was like, right, I want to get on TV. Like, that's what I'm doing. This is a done deal in my life right now. As soon as I made that a done deal and it actually physically manifested for me, I didn't just sit there and go, okay, cool, great. Now what? I was like, right, okay, now this has happened. Now I want more. Now I want a bigger TV job. Now I want a main part in like a TV series. You know, now I want to write my own sitcom, write my own TV series. Like, there were other desires that were born, because every time you achieve a desire, a new desire is born. That is the natural expansion of the universe. So if you really look at it like this, you can never have everything you want in life. You know, you can like go for all these things and like set these goals and set out to do these things in your life that then come to fruition, but then you're always going to be wanting to work towards something else. Like, we're never going to be fully just like sitting here bored out of our minds. And when you are sitting there not creating, that's when you aren't like going with the natural flow of the universe, because this whole life, guys, we're supposed to just enjoy the creation. This is the point, and this is what's going to help you release that resistance in knowing that maybe it's not here yet for you. Because your life's purpose is meant for just enjoying the creation process. It's enjoying the steps in between. It's not about achieving the thing, you know? You're going to achieve the thing regardless, because we're always manifesting, you know? Like, you're manifesting right now. Whether it's something you want or something you don't want, that's what you've got to look inside your own mindset around and your belief system around. But we are constantly manifesting and we're constantly expanding beings. So we're never going to have it. We're never going to get it done. And the minute that we actually just accept that and lean into that and lean into the creation rather than into the result, then we're actually going to, like, ironically manifest even more. And the reason that you're going to manifest more by leaning into the creation process rather than the result of the thing that you want is because you're actually in this energy, you're in this vibe of excitement when you're creating. We all are. This is like, creation and excitement is the opposite of boredom, right? When we're creating, when we're putting our mind to something and we are going after that thing and we're taking action steps towards that thing and we're seeing this vision in front of us, that's exciting. And again, if it's not exciting, that's why we have to like clean up our beliefs and our energy around that thing to make sure that it feels exciting. But the opposite of excitement is boredom. And boredom only comes about when you're not doing something. It comes about when you're not creating. And when you're in a vibe of boredom, you're going to manifest more things that bore you. You're going to manifest more things that don't make you feel good, right? Again, if you're in a vibe of excitement, you're going to manifest more things that excite you. So that's why actually just leaning into creation, leaning into the process of what you're doing and getting excited by the vision and the creation is actually going to help you manifest more of the things that you want. And this is why I'm always working towards a vision. So like I said at the start of this episode, I have these like visionary goals. like maybe that's what you'd call it, like a visionary idea of my life. And then I have the little goals in between, the action steps in between. And the reason that I always have this visionary idea of my life is because that's the thing that excites me. That's the thing that gets me going. That's the thing that's like, oh my God, this would be so amazing if this manifested. This would be so amazing if this happened. And again, I've said before, like, you've got to be delusional about what that vision is. Like, you've got to make it so big and so bold that it does excite you. You know, that it's not just something that, yeah, it could be attainable, but it's a bit meh, it's a bit boring. Like, you want it to be like out there. Like, let's say, for example, for me, I'm like, I want to be famous. Like, as in, I want my, like, the sitcom that I'm writing to blow up and be famous. I want my podcast to blow up and go viral. I want, you know, like all of these different things for as a creative, you know, I'm doing so many things, but it's like, if I didn't actually sit into that vision of, let's say, for example, living out in LA, like, I've got this vision, I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to meet these producers and I'm going to meet these big time people and I'm going to make this shit happen and I'm going to get my sitcom produced and it's going to be like the biggest thing. It's going to be the like, it's going to win BAFTAs, it's going to win awards. Like, this is my vision. Whether or not that happens, and again, guys, like, it's incredibly vulnerable for me to say it on this podcast. This is why I love chatting to you guys, because I am very vulnerable on this podcast. But like, it's really vulnerable of me to actually open up and say that this is my big vision. Like, not many people actually want to talk about it. Not many people actually want to voice what they're going after because you're scared. You're like, you know, well, what if it doesn't happen? And you're always in that place of doubt. But the thing is, if you don't have that big vision for your life, you can't get excited by anything. And it's the vibe of excitement that's going to actually help you manifest the things. So really, when we're thinking about this creation, this is why I hold this vision, because it's the thing that always keeps me going, you know? And I know that I'm going to manifest these things and then I'm going to have a new vision, like an up-leveled vision, and it's going to keep moving because I'm going to keep expanding. So let's say, for example, in business, you know, for me, when I first started out creating my business, I, you know, had this vision that I wanted to be making 6 figures in my business. I wanted to be that business owner that was calling that money in, that was living in that life of freedom and that could travel the world and do all these things, you know, because I came from a background of having no money as an out-of-work actor. So for me, that vision was huge and it was in some ways delusional, you know. Yet it was something that did manifest for me in a very, very short amount of time. And the reason it manifested for me was because I just kept my eye on the vision, on the creation, having fun throughout the creation process, being like, wow, imagine if this could happen. Like, how cool is that? You know, that was my vibe throughout the whole process of manifesting my money and manifesting my business. And now I'm at this point, I'm still there with a big, big vision. You know, I want my business to make even more money. I want to, you know, do all these things within my acting career. Like, there is always a vision, guys. And there's always goals on the way to that vision. And the main point here is that if we can lean into and accept that we will never get it done, that we will never manifest all the things that we ever want in life, because as soon as we do manifest something, we want something else, then we can just actually, like, let go and enjoy. Just enjoy creating, enjoy the new vision that you're on, enjoy the new thing that you're going after, and make the going after it process part of the reason why you're doing it. You know, rather than just having in your mind the intention of doing it so that you can get the thing, have the intention in your mind that you're doing it so that you can do it, so that you can have fun doing it. And that is what is going to help you ultimately manifest. So here's what I want you guys to do. Here's your little bit of homework for moving into 2023 is I want you to have a look at your big visionary idea for your life, like the big vision that is the driving force, that is the where you're channeling the energy on all these other little baby goals, on all these other little things that you might set for yourself. What's the big vision? Because that's the thing that when you attach yourself to that, you know, you're going to feel the excitement. And if you don't feel the excitement, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why this vision or this idea for your life isn't exciting you right now. Could you be feeling more satisfied with where you're at right now? Like, and if you're not feeling satisfied with what you've already got, that's going to play a big factor in the resistance that you're feeling, you know? ask yourself why you're not feeling excited, because when you can lean into the excitement, then you let go of the resistance. And part of that is just accepting that you can never have everything you want. And affirm to yourself, I'm doing this so that I can do it. Like, it's as simple as that. I'm doing this action, I'm creating this thing so that I can create it. Not so that I can have it, not so that I can get it done, not so that I can see a result, but so that I can do it, so that I can enjoy the creation. And that is the thing that's going to help melt away this resistance for you. I hope this episode has helped, guys. I hope that you are feeling ready moving into this new year. And like I said, if you're ready to have that boost and you want to upgrade both your career and the character that you're stepping into for this year, for this brand new version of you, then come and join the masterclass. The link is in my show notes. And if you've got any questions about it, you can always drop me a question on Instagram at I am Jessica Paul. But I am so excited to share this with you guys. So hopefully I'll see lots of you guys there, and I'll chat to you all next week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who you think would love it too. And if you want to let me know how you found it, just screenshot this episode, add it to your Instagram story, and tag me at I am Jessica Paul so that I can throw all the love right back at you. And of course, subscribe, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review to show your support and to keep the good stuff coming. Sending you so much love and gratitude from your girl Jess.